Welcome to Booked All Night, the podcast where hot takes meet craft notes and no one gets enough sleep. I'm Jess.
I'm Katy.
I'm Julia.
I'm Maggie. Get ready for unhinged hot takes,
A whole lot of books,
midnight giggles,
and zero shame. Grab your blankets, booklets. It's time to get booked all night. And welcome to Booked All Night. I am Jess.
I am Kaylee.
I'm Julia.
Yay! We are diving into chapters 1 through 7 of The Hunger Games, and this series reread will lead all the way up to the release of the new movie Sunrise on the Reaping in November. So if you want to read along with us, just visit bookedallnight.co. Again, that is bookedallnight.co to see the reading and interview schedules. Join the Discord to tell us how wrong you think we are, and send us fan mail with the link in every description. If, for some reason, this is your first time reading The Hunger Games, and you want to avoid spoilers, just hit the pause button until you finish Chapter 7, and we will be here when you're ready. Hit that pause button now, because we're about to dive in. Okay, you've had enough time to hit the pause button, so let's dive in. So, in this section, we saw the reaping and the quintessential I volunteer. We were on the train. We saw the chariots, the costumes, a lot of teen nudity. We met Katniss, Peeta, Haymitch, Effie, Cinna, and caught a glimpse of President Snow, plus the other tributes. We did a little bit of training, and we took a great big bow to thank everyone for their consideration. I forgot a lot of things that happened in the book proper.
I think I forgot maybe two things in the beginning, and that is that they already talk about mutations with the Mockingjays, and I never caught that when reading the first time for the later parts, you know, in the actual games. I never put like 2 and 2 together. And then the girl on the train.
Oh,
I forgot about that whole part.
Avox?
The Avox.
I forgot about her too.
The Avox, yes.
Yeah. I remembered that part, but I didn't remember that Katniss had seen her. Yeah. There's a whole dialogue, well, not dialogue, there's a whole, like, memory that she has where she's like, yeah, I definitely remember this girl and a boy running from the Capitol, and Gale and I definitely saw her. And it's beyond taboo for them to be talking to her about her life prior to being in Avox, and so Haymitch and Peeta are like, no, you definitely do not remember her. Nope, she just looks like somebody. Shut your fucking mouth. That's not, you can't say anything. Like, and there's a lot of like deep state watching you, of course, because it's Hunger Games, and what is dystopia without the deep state watching you? This one with the Avox was kind of like, okay, I can understand maybe not knowing that, maybe kind of forgetting where you are and the rules of your world. But there's a part right in the beginning where she says out loud to herself, she's like, oh, District 12, where you can starve to death in safety. And then she glances over her shoulder like, oh, you shouldn't be saying anything. I'm like, why the fuck are you talking out loud? You are alone.
Well, because she thinks she's alone.
I think we're alone now. Doesn't seem to be anyone around except the Capitol.
For real. And that's the thing, like, you can forget that you're alone, even if you grew up in a place like District 12, you know? Yeah. There's going to be times where you forget that you're, like, alone, like, you're not alone, but you're alone.
Yeah. It was just weird because it came so quickly against the juxtaposition of, like, everybody's watching us all the time. But here I am openly, critically saying something. There's another part where Gale doesn't say it, but she says Gale would say it if they knew that they were truly alone. And it's about the Capitol keeping them separated and at each other's throats and things like that. Yeah, Gale might say it's to the Capitol's advantage to have us divided amongst ourselves, which is something he would not say within the perimeter.
Did you forget anything, Julia?
Honestly, not really. I feel like I'm missing all of my thoughts. I had so many thoughts written down. I found rereading this, I cried the whole time. I like just felt so emotional watching like, you know, everything that's going to happen, and just watching all these people kind of like get her ready, and just wanting her to accept the help from PETA and all that stuff. It was just like, I don't know, I just got really emotional the whole time. So
yeah.
And I think the whole PETA thing is good that you brought it up, because when you originally read it, you only have her initial thoughts, right? Oh, he's setting me up to win. You know, he's setting me up so that way I don't kill him and he kills me first. He's setting me up so he looks better, all this stuff. And then when you're rereading it, you're like, oh no, you dumb girl, you dumb bitch.
Oh
like,
my
please,
God. That's literally what my notes are.
She has such a poor opinion of herself. It's wild.
Yes.
Like, well, I hope all those people do all that amazing stuff for my sister because my sister's amazing. And you're like, okay, the people only helped me because my dad was nice. Like, okay.
Yeah. She flops back and forth on it too, because she goes between, I'm a piece of shit and my father was amazing and my sister is amazing and my mother could also die for all I care, which is her general opinion of the state of things. But then also is like, I became independent and I taught myself how to hunt beyond what my father taught me, and I became capable and all of them. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll stay here. And then she just immediately flops back to, I don't deserve anybody's help and I don't make friends and nobody likes me and PETA's definitely trying to kill me. Oh, he's kind of cute. She flops back on that too. That my notes are like all over the place because I wanted to watch and be like, okay, did Team Gale have a leg to stand on? And she outright says Gale could be her brother.
Well, they just say that they look the same. Like that everyone
they look the same. He could be my brother, but there was nothing ever romantic between the two of them.
Well, but I think that's her just being like, there was never any, like there couldn't have possibly been anything. And you're like, you know, those girls that they're like, no, we're just friends. And you're like, shut the fuck. Okay. For sure. For sure. I didn't feel like there was a lot of flippy floppy with her. I felt like everything that she was saying about like her capacity was out of desperation. She didn't come across as her thinking she was a good person for doing this. She was like, well, if I did it, no one else would. I don't think that's like a gold star for her.
At the same time, in some of those sections where she is saying, like, I did this out of necessity, she's also saying, I am a good shot, I'm a good hunter, I'm capable of doing this, and people pay top dollar for, well, top dollar in the scene in the district, quote unquote, for what I'm offering, and I've learned a bunch, and now I'm smarter and better for having done this. And so there are these periods where she does build herself up on that skill. And then immediately tear herself down.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like it's almost like just describing a chair and being like, this is a chair, and having no emotional attachment to it. It's almost like she's disassociating that part of her life for how she sees herself as a person, where the rest of us are like, no, you're super capable. And even PETA's like, you're super capable. And she's like, oh yeah, well, you're super capable too. And he's like, thank you. I know that. Thank you.
That part was like cringy. Like
right? Oh yeah, well you can throw bags of flour. Like
you're like super strong and you've got like big muscles. Like it was just a really weird spot. And
do we really think that someone being strong will help them? Like, it'll help them, but what else can he do?
He can wrestle.
Yes.
They talk about that.
That's true. Listen, I totally understand and I get that, but I'm talking about like in her point of view. Why do you think like her pointing out, well, you're strong. Okay, but so are the District 1 boys. Because they don't have to labor. Like, they literally train for this. Like, since they're kids. So yes, they're strong. So in her mind, you know, like, why didn't you bring up something else other than, hey, you're strong?
Like a weak point.
I think there is also something. The District 1 kids would have a different development of muscle. Like, the way that I picture the District 1 kids are kind of like bodybuilder.
Yeah, they're gym bros.
Yeah, like gym bros. Like they have big muscles, but they're for show, versus PETA, who kind of, in my head, has a stockier, more functional build where like you would do the strongman thing.
Yeah.
Because you're actually laboring.
Yeah. And that's a different set of muscle. That's a different use that would be more functional in a fight versus someone who like, oh, what's that one wrestler has like super big shoulder muscles and his neck starts above his ears. Yeah, all of them is right.
I understand what you're saying though. How it's a weird thing for her to like compliment him on. It's almost like she was like fishing for compliments. Like, oh my god, you're so pretty. I like your shirt. Like
your eyebrows are two separate caterpillars. Like,
I agree that it's a weird thing for her to try, but
right, especially when you know that there are people who train for this.
Yeah,
since they're little, and I think that was just honestly a dumb
I
moment.
really like that they didn't talk more about the strategy that PETA had around him making the romantic claim. It was like he made the claim and then she shoved him and then we never talked about it again. And I was like, I feel like that would be a full-blown, why did you do that? Where's your thought process with this? Not just, I'm mad. And then, okay, I'm not mad anymore.
Yeah, like I don't even remember getting to that part.
We didn't get to that
really?
part.
My bad. I got a little carried away.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, no, like that's the other thing is that my brain is mixed up with like the movie timeline. And so I'm like, this definitely happened before then, but not, but no, but yes. And thank God I don't have a test on it because we stopped at the end of chapter 7. So
I did read ahead. That was my issue. I accidentally kept reading and I was like, ah! So, okay. Sorry. I thought that was before the pig's mouth thing. Okay. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
No,
we'll just add that to the next.
You're fine.
Chapter 7 ends where she takes the bow, is when she's like, "Thank you for your consideration."
I just forgot where the other part was.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't spoil anything for us.
Okay, if this was like we're all just reading this for the first time, then I wouldn't have. But I just like literally, I all of a sudden was like, that was chapter 11. Julia, you need to stop.
I feel like you might be calling me out for something, Katy.
Spoilies?
I feel a little seen. Okay, so we were reading Heartless Hunter by Kristen Ciccarelli, and I was really excited to read it with them because they hadn't read it. I had read it. I went through my arc. They went through the published version, and this is a lesson for everybody that gets advanced copies, is that the advanced copy is not always the finished copy, and I revealed big stuff to them that they had already suspected it, and I was like, God damn it, because like the reveal of it was so good, but if you went through and did a close reading in the advanced copy, you were like, aha!
You found out that spoiler before the published version. They took that part out for the published version.
Yeah. But now I know.
We don't ever find out like what PETA did to get that 8, right? Because she gets the 11. Obviously, that's next chapter. But we don't ever find out.
Yeah, no, he just walks out and he's like, there's me, now it's your turn.
I just threw some shit around and it's like...
cool. They also kept an eye on the District 12 tributes. Like, she mentions it when the game makers come in and they're just kind of walking around and watching them. She's like, they keep a distinct eye on the District 12 tributes watching us. And I'm like, why? Like,
I think it's because of the salute that they do.
I thought it was
when she volunteers.
It had just been such a nothing district for so long that all of a sudden they got interesting and these people are bored. And so they're like, these people are kind of doing some fun stuff. Like, what's District 12 going to do this year? Like,
they're going to light each other on fire is what they're going to... So, okay, so that was weird too, because I don't remember her being completely naked while getting assessed by everybody. And there's so many...
That one part where she's like, I might as well just stay naked. I was like... A strange man is coming into your room and you just have zero care to put clothes on. Okay, got it.
Yeah, like you're 16. You don't want to cover.
Yeah, I'll
nothing?
just stand here.
Like, because there's so many lines where they're like, oh, he looks over my naked body. They look over my naked body. They poke and prod my naked body. I'm like, put something on.
Nah.
Yeah, here it is. I stand there completely naked as 3 circle me, wielding tweezers to remove any last bits of hair. Then one of them's like, you look almost human.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, how did she not reach out and just, like, throat punch a dude at that? Because she gets so mad about every other little thing. And then someone's, you almost look like a human being.
She just she feels bad for them, though. And I think that speaks to her, I don't know, empathy that she doesn't think that she has. She's like, they're so cute.
There
and
is
stupid.
definitely... There is definitely an understanding she has that, like, they also kind of don't have a choice in how things are run and going. Not that she is still like, you don't have a choice, but also, fuck you guys. Like,
right. I think my opinion is a little like a mix, a weird mix. Because, I mean, she's standing there in front of adults that she doesn't know, and she's completely naked and she has no choice. Yeah. So I completely understand that she feels violated, right? And they're literally like removing all of her hair. Yeah. And very weird and awkward. But at the same time, I feel like the end result is not something of violation, right? Like, they didn't give her a costume that shows off all her curves and is like half naked, and you know, like they like
no. And in previous years they had just put them out in like a black dusting of coal dust or whatever. But I think there is something to be said about the removal of the hair, because when they present them for the reaping, they are all in these clothes and ribbons that make them look young and innocent and clean almost, you know, so that they're not poor, so that they look like something viable, something worth purchasing, which, given what we know happens to the tributes later on, is especially disturbing. And then you come here, you have all of your body hair removed, which makes you look younger for gross purposes. And there are grown people around them. There's 4 grown people looking at a naked 16-year-old. And you have to assume that each of these tributes are getting a similar treatment. So then there's, you know, Rue, who's 12.
Yes.
Is she also just bare ass naked while they're removing any body hair?
Right. And that's why I say, like, I do feel like I sympathize and I understand the violation part of it, right? Like, I get it. I think, especially with Rue, anyone would feel violated in that situation. But I feel like for Cinna, like, he's literally just looking at her body for the measurements, right? And, like, he's not, like, looking at her going, ooh, like, sexy, you know?
I still think it's weird.
No, like, I completely agree.
Yeah, but I can see where you're coming from, that he's not like, what can I do to this child?
No, there's definitely never any like predatory language or anything like that. Yeah. I thought it was weird that she didn't feel more violated, to be honest with you. Yes. Her just being like, well, I'm just going to continue standing here until the next guy shows up all nonchalant. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what?
Yeah, like you don't
feel, this doesn't feel weird for you? Like,
right.
I would say the only part where Cinna does a real violation for this particular, like, scene is that he lights them on fire and then he lets out a sigh of relief and he's like, ugh, it works. He tested lighting that material on fire on them, not before giving it to them.
About that?
Right.
Yeah, I can read it to you right now. Here we go then, he says, and before we can react, he sets our capes on fire. I gasp, waiting for the heat, but there is only a faint tickling sensation. Cinna climbs up before us and ignites our headdresses. He lets out a sigh of relief. It works. Then he gently tucks a hand under my chin. Remember, heads up high, smiles, they're gonna love you.
I didn't read it like that.
It works. That's what he lets out a sigh of relief. It works.
I guess, like, as someone who, like, I make a lot of clothing, and like this year I made a dress that like lit up, And so it's like, like, yeah, okay, but you finally get it all together and you've tested it about 1,000 times, but then it's like, okay, it worked. And like, you finally see the whole picture. And like, that's how I saw it. And not like, oh, good, the fire didn't light them on fire. It's kind of like the sigh of relief that the whole package looks nice is kind of where the artistic way that I took that.
This is why reader response is important, because I definitely took it like he lit children on fire when it works. I can see how it can be read the other way, but my only response to this is that he lit children on fire. It was like, hey.
Do you guys find it funny? Like, I don't know. I'm really struggling to remove my image of like Jennifer Lawrence and what's his name? Who plays PETA? There
Josh
we go.
Hutcherson.
Well, Josh
Hutcherson.
To remove the images of them from reading this, because every time they talk about how beefy PETA is, I just laugh. And then they're like, she looked up at him. I'm like, she's never done that a day in her life. Like, no.
That short man is not getting looked up at. No.
Nope.
No.
So
I actually am listening to it in audiobook this round.
Yeah.
So for me, Katniss, the narrator, does not sound like Jennifer Lawrence, so it's easier to imagine her a different way, like the way that I imagined her when I first read the book. But PETA, I still imagine Josh. So yes, that's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And Haymitch, of course.
Is Woody.
Yes.
The end.
It's so hard to just not picture the movie.
Cinna was definitely a struggle as well to not have... what is it with Lenny Kravitz?
Right? Lenny Kravitz, yeah.
Just in my head, and the outfits as well.
Yeah.
I kept making notes there because I got the Reaping Effie's in bright green, not that like mauve pink kind of thing that she's in the movies. And in the movies, they're in that leather get up. Here she's like, I'm in a unitard and a like orange cape and knee-high boots. I'm like, that's not at all what they put you in the movies. And that's it. Whenever someone's like, here's a unitard, all I can think of is like my old dance costumes. You know, like it's not something that's functional or pretty to look at. And it's just like something that was supposed to be worn under a uniform, unless you had really weird teachers, in which case they were like, the unitard is the only costume. They never set it on fire though, so I guess that's a plus.
It'd be interesting if they did.
Did you guys pick up on all of the little almost setups for the rebellion that start so early?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to read it and not be like, did they know? Like, how do you plan that far ahead? Like the mayor's daughter giving her that pin.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, how do you know? Like, how did you plan this? Because it wasn't planned that she was going to volunteer, right? So, and then
like Haymitch and them are all like talking quietly at some points, and like, sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, like, it's crazy that PETA knows, like, while he's on the train. Like, I guess, I don't know when he finds out, but it's definitely like at least, if not before, the first night on the train, because like when he's talking
about the
he's
rebellion,
figuring out that there's a rebellion in the midst, that it's coming.
That Katniss is like the symbol of it, you know, because like he talks about how good she is, and it just seems like he's willing to lay down his life for her for this rebellion, you know.
I think that's in part due to his reaction that she volunteered, and maybe not necessarily that he is completely aware. I think he suspects because of the three-finger salute that they give, which is like a fond farewell and respect and everything else, was also used a lot during the rebellion. But I don't think that he knows 100% that Katniss is about to get raised up, and that is an argument to have later as well, after trying to say this without ruining it, just in case somebody hasn't
honestly
read
too
it.
bad for them. But sorry to say, if you're reading
you know what, too bad. It's been like
if
20 years.
Sit here
You're
and
right.
be like,
too
oh my
bad.
god, spoilies, bye.
Well, here's my spoiler alert. Rue dies. And the argument is that Rue is the actual
Catalyst?
Mockingjay. She's the catalyst. Because one, like in the arena, you watch a child die, it's horrendous. And she's not one of the ones that goes during like the big bloodbath at the beginning of it. So it's, she might survive. There's something there. And she is shown respect. And it's the respect that's shown to the death of this child that is part of that catalyst. So I don't know that I would truly say that the intent has always been to raise Katniss up, but I think the intent has always been to raise someone up in this game specifically.
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt like all the adults around them, more so than like PETA and stuff, were all just puppeting things in a way that was like, why are you making these such distinct choices? Like to have them hold hands, to have them look the same. It's like, this is way further planning than just like, these two people have some chemistry. Like, so
100%.
That was hard to wrap my mind around. Also, like for her to just get a good designer randomly, like I don't know
that he chose. He chose like, District 12. He asked for it. I asked
for District 12. You do you, boo.
Yeah,
definitely.
I don't know.
I think, and maybe they had been planning it, and they didn't know who they were going to raise up. Like like Jess said, and then she volunteered, and District 12 did the 3-finger salute, and therefore they were like, "Yep." It's her.
Oh, like almost
it's her.
Like
it's already started.
A
like
sleeper cell sort of situation. Like we've been waiting for this.
Yeah, like they were just waiting for something to be.
This is our time. Yeah,
time to go.
The people are ready.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but it is a little weird. Right from the start.
Yeah. Haymitch's plan from the start is like stay together, make it look like you're getting along, make it look like you're laughing at things. And Katniss, of course, one of the many times that she tears herself down, she's like, PETA is way better at this than I am. I'm talking about chasing a bear. He's talking about cakes. Like, we are not the same person. What is going on here?
So,
right? I'm like, girl, you took on a bear. Come on.
Yeah.
And they still glued themselves to each other even without that directive. Like when they're in the chariot and he grabs her hand. In the movie, she's like, ew, gross, don't touch me. But here in the book, he's like, no, please don't let go of me. I'm going to fall out of this thing. And when they get out, they're still like gripping each other so tightly. I would say here because they're like, I can't believe that just happened. And I'm kind of panicking over what is happening and everything is happening so fast. But also Team PETA. But, that's just my humble opinion.
He's a lot.
Did someone just say I love you?
My husband's putting my child to bed.
Oh, okay. Team PETA, I love you.
Yes, Joe is definitely Team PETA.
So cute.
Because, he works with bread. So
Yes, everybody has bread.
And he is an artist, so he could literally...
Oh, can he blend himself into the ground with cake and icing?
I mean, I think it would be weird if a cake had a beard, but yes.
Where's the line when she finally gets annoyed with him? Because a lot of the lines she has, she's like, oh, well, that was a nice compliment, but why are you complimenting me? You're just trying to lure me in to kill me and make me, like, easier to kill so I don't fight back or some such nonsense. Yeah, here it is. I hear PETA's voice in my head. She has no idea the effect she can have. Obviously, this is meant to demean me, right? But a tiny part of me wonders if this was a compliment. And so she kind of has a lot of moments like that where she's like, oh, that was really nice of you. Fuck you. How dare you?
I don't know, though. She has no reason to think this is anything other than all of the trauma she's ever seen. So,
yeah.
Like...
No, and that's true. Like, there's I'm not pointing this out to be like, well, she obviously likes him. I mean, she does. Point blank. I think it's very obvious that she's like, oh, he's nice. We have to kill each other, but he's nice. That's a shame.
I think one of, like, my favorite parts about it is when she realizes that he's just a kind person, and she's just so blown away by the fact that he's just a kind human being. And, like... to have to go through your whole life to strategize every breath that you take, and that's how you feel like you need to live your life. Like, oh, she was like, he's just kind. He just doesn't want Haymitch to like be embarrassed and all. I was like, I love him so much.
My Shayla.
Oh.
Yeah,
I do think that PETA is saying what the readers are thinking, right?
Yes.
Because we know that her hunting skills and everything she brings back to the district, like, people appreciate that, right? Because she's basically helping them keep them alive, right?
Yeah.
And they genuinely like her because she's doing this. She doesn't have to. She could bring back the food just for her family, right? And that's what we know. And then in her head, like we said before, she's just like, oh, well, they like my sister. They like my sister. They like my sister. They don't like me. They like my sister, you know? And it's like, PETA does summarize what we're all thinking. It's like, no, they like you too. You have an effect on people, whether you realize it or not.
That's a great point to bring up, because she's whenever she describes it, she's talking about feeding her family and doing these things for her family. But the food that she brings back, everyone benefits from.
Yes.
She is a key part to the ecosystem of the seam and keeping the seam alive, not just Prim and her mother and the asshole cat. And she doesn't realize that. Just like when she's coming here and like, okay, what are you guys good at? And she's like, I don't know. I mean, she literally threw a knife into the seam of a door on the train. And she's like, I didn't mean to do that.
Literally,
but like,
I loved that part. She's like, that made me look way cooler.
But like, if I threw a knife at a door, it would bounce off the door, right? Like, there wouldn't be any sticking to it regardless. And it's a very weird thing to see. I'm pretty certain we are all guilty of it, right? Where there's something we're very good at, somebody points it out, and we're like, no, right?
No, I don't have that problem.
Not just me. Yeah, no, me neither. Certainly no. I don't know what you're talking about. No. I would never. Past that lie, I think everybody does, in fact, have something like that, where it's very blatant to everyone else that this is something that you excel at. But because you don't excel at it like whoever taught it to you, or whoever you're looking at, or whoever you are pitting yourself against, you're like, I'm worthless. Her view of herself right now is not her view of Katniss. It's Katniss versus 23 other tributes.
But I also think there's something to be said about having no one in your life telling you you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Like, her mom wasn't super appreciative. She talks about how...
Yeah.
Almost she's always just wanting more. She's got Prim, and then she just spends the rest of her time working. So it's not like anyone's like, oh my god, Candace is here, she brought the stuff, amazing, wow.
Yeah, a simple thank you goes a long way.
And Gale's not fucking doing that either. So like, yeah, it's hard to not think you're amazing when no one has ever told you you're good.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
What a depressing note to bring up in the middle of a podcast.
You guys have people that tell you you're good at stuff, right? If not, you guys are good at a lot of stuff, okay?
Oh, thank you. I'm not, though. No, I'm kidding. I'm amazing at everything. I have a trophy that says so.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
But you can throw flour bags around.
No, Maggie got it for me.
That's amazing. That's even better.
I did find the line where she's just getting annoyed with him that I was looking for earlier that started this whole thing, where it was somehow the whole thing, his skill, those inaccessible cakes, the praise of the camouflage expert, annoys me. And she says, it's lovely if only you could frost someone to death.
She's so salty. My God.
I know.
Even the part where the mayor's daughter comes and sees her and gives her the pin or whatever, and the girl leaves and she's like, wow, I guess she was a friend this whole time. Like the person that you hang out with every day?
I can understand having the surprise to Peeta's father coming in and he's like, here's some cookies. You're going to kill my son. Like, okay, fine. I'd be like, hey, maybe I don't want to eat these. That seems a little sus. But yeah, the girl that I walked home from school with every day and routinely had conversations with, no, I don't consider her a friend. Why would we be friends? We just laugh together. So silly.
Why would we be friends? Why would we be friends?
Yeah.
I think that's part of the reason a lot of people are like, Katniss is on the spectrum.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah. She
so
100%
autistic.
does not read social cues. Yeah. She's just like, social cues.
Everyone hates
Can
me.
I eat those?
Literally.
No, absolutely not. Everybody hates me.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought I didn't realize, because it doesn't come across obviously as much in the movies, and that was probably the last amount of media I consumed of this series, but I forgot how much she hated her mom.
Oh, so much. It comes up all the
Literally,
time.
and I was like, oh yeah, you really hated her for good reason. But also at the same time, like this is going to sound bad, but it doesn't seem like her mom's depressed for that long.
I think her mom is depressed for long enough that once Prim and Katniss begin to suffer from it, that what's the word I'm looking for?
The damage is done.
Yeah, the damage is there. It's done.
Yeah.
And Katniss was 11 or so. She was younger than being able to put her name in for
when she
Tessera.
gets the bread from Peeta, she's 11.
Yeah. So, being 11, being 9, 10, 11 years old, however old she was when her father died and her mom completely withdrew, and then suddenly she has to literally become the breadwinner, but tish, for her family. I can see that being a huge, huge issue for the rest of her life. Even if her mom came back when she was now 16 and she wakes up and she does her hair and she makes her breakfast and she goes, thank you for going out and hunting today. Even if that, I would think Katniss would still have a leg to stand on to be like, yeah, fuck you.
I was just going to say, I 100% agree. And I am definitely there with you guys. Especially because I had somewhat of a similar experience in my life with a family member. But also, at least she got up once, Katniss brought home something and, cut it up and made dinner and stuff like that. Maybe because I know that she withdrew, but how far did she withdraw? Well, especially if she got up and she was taking care of the dinner and then went back to bed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying is it seems like she was having this laying in bed episode for a couple months. And then Katniss had that transformative moment. And then all of a sudden her mom's doing apothecary stuff. And it's okay, well, that was 5 years ago. And you're really hanging on to this couple months here. When she first introduces her mom, it comes across as her mom has been doing this up until a couple weeks ago, whereas oh no, this was a long time ago. It seems like you gave her a nudge and then the whole family was together on this, but you've just decided to shoulder this emotional burden the whole time and think you're standing there on your own.
Yeah, I think what happens too is kind of what we said earlier, that her mom doesn't come back with thank you for taking care of the family when I couldn't, or just thank you for taking care of the family, or thank you for doing what you're doing, because every year she puts her name in.
Or even thank you for being a friend.
Yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't give her any Golden Girl shit, which is absolutely rude, negligible. Rude. I mean, you could call
Shady
the authorities for that level. God, can you imagine what elder care is in Panem?
None.
Yeah, putting them into a furnace.
Yeah, what do you mean? They just leave them there. That's the whole elder care. Bye.
Shady Pines, Ma. Shady Pines.
What elder care's awful. They don't have elder care because they don't live that long.
No, but there are lots of old people. Even in District 12, there's lots of old people, especially down at the Hob.
They say there is.
Yes.
But
How are they living this long? Now I am suspicious.
Like a 60-year-old is old?
Witchcraft.
I know
right?
the woman that sells the white liquor is over 60.
Okay, one. You got one.
But it is one. It is an example.
Yeah.
Exhibit only, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then there is... What have we left to talk about? We do see Rue. She is hanging above them as shown in the movie. And she's just like, hello, I'm just up here.
I wish we would find out what Rue did to get such a high score. I don't know if we ever do with her as either.
Oh, yeah. So there were some things that I felt were really well done by the movie, and then some things that I felt were failings, which obviously I get to talk about when we watch the movie. Woo. But that's one of them, is that we easily could have seen what the other tributes did to get their scores.
Yeah, that would have been
nice.
And
we didn't. Because they did a lot of filling in, and they used the Hunger Games footage as a way to do that, where they suddenly have Caesar cutting in and be like, oh, that's a tracker jacker, and that's what this is, and here's the history of it, and everything else. And they very easily could have done that with, this is how Peeta got his score, and this is how Rue got her score, and this is how Cato got his, and this is how everybody else got that.
At least just like Peeta and Rue, because it's such like a weirdly high score. Yeah,
for
or just
people
like a little bit of a
kind
montage for all of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
I mean,
Gotta keep some mystery.
Yeah. There's only 300 pages.
I mean, how would it change if we did get to know, though? Like, if they all had to watch the other tributes?
I just mean,
like,
because, like, specifically the Rue score and the Peeta score, just because they're like, that's so weird that's high. Like, well, then tell us why was that weird? What significance is it? I don't know.
I think it matters. Because if this was our first reading and our first watch of the movie, we would speculate, oh, Rue's going to do this, and Rue's going to survive because of this, and because of this score, and because of she did this.
Yeah.
And then it hits that much harder when she doesn't survive.
I think also, in that same vein, because it is young adult literature, because it is, still in the world of children's lit, a lot of readers go in being like, well, no one's going to die. And this came out in, 2010, 2011? Around the 2010s.
Around there,
Which is still, not that long after the fourth Harry Potter book, and although we don't like to talk about J.K. Rowling because she's a big bitch.
Who?
Exactly.
It came out way before that.
No.
2011?
Came out after the fourth Harry... Yeah.
No, the last Harry Potter movie...
No, not the last Harry Potter book. The fourth Harry Potter book.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the last Harry Potter movie came out in 2011.
That hurts. That hurts me in my very old heart. But the book, the fourth Harry Potter book, is the first time somebody actually dies.
Got it. I'm listening now.
Yes. And it was big because prior to that, the series had been firmly in children's lit. And then suddenly we moved into teen literature at the time. And Hunger Games comes out and there's nothing hiding that it's going to be violent. It's right there in the description. They're going to go into a games where they all have to kill each other. And people were like, no, because it's kid lit. There won't be... Nobody's going to die. Everyone's going to get rescued because that's what we come to expect in that age of literature.
2008. That's when this book came out.
Oh,
It seems like it should have come out so much later. I graduated high school in 2011. It was grade 12.
Oh.
So, I'm a little baby.
That hurts. That hurts.
Yes, the 32-year-old baby right here.
Jess and I discovered that our friendship is in middle school.
Our friendship's in middle school, yeah.
That's so cute.
Right? We're so old. But, yes, and I feel like plot armor is such a huge thing to discuss in this, because at every turn it's like, well, that person's going to be fine. Oh, they're dead. Well, that person's going to be fine. Oh, they're dead. And we get to play that game with, like, Peeta as well in the first book, who obviously doesn't die. I agree. The book's been out for almost 20 years now. Why are you just reading it for the first time? But when she finds him later and he's painted into the rock, which is just hilarious every time to me. She's like, oh my god, is he dead? Is he dying? Are we going to watch somebody else die? Because all the other deaths, a lot of the deaths happen off screen, or Katniss is, like, directly involved and watches them, like with the careers and the tracker jackers, where she's like, I'm just going to cut this down. And you'll all die by super venomous bees. Good night.
Enjoy.
Yeah, enjoy. Anybody afraid of bees? Well, you will be now. Here we go.
Not for long, because you're all gonna die.
Not for long.
Oh, man. Did you guys, I sent this to you, but the official first Hunger Games ever would have happened in 2026 if the 75th would happen in, 2100. So. Yeah,
2100.
Happy first Hunger Games, everyone.
Yeah. Yay. Thank you. I had to go looking stuff up because I was like, what year does the Hunger Games take place in? And the internet speculates in, like, 2300.
Oh, like way further. Okay.
Yeah. But now I'm, like, constantly on the lookout for a year or anything that says the year, because the closest we've gotten is she mentions that District 12 is in Appalachian territory and that they used, for hundreds of years, they've mined coal there. And that's it. Yeah. The internet speculates somewhere around the 2300s to 2400s. So, thankfully, although, ironically, the first Patriot games. Jesus Christ.
Yup.
Have you ever seen that meme that was like a picturing of the districts, and it like showed you, like, for example, it's like it shows you North America, and it's like, oh, like this is actually how the districts would have been like set up, and then there's like this meme that just shows like a circle for the capital and a circle for every district after, and was like, did anyone else picture it like this? And I was like, yes, that is exactly how I pictured it. Like my first read.
My canonical picture of it in my head for a while was similar to that, but like in the shape of the 13 colonies, even though it outright states that the capital is in the Rockies.
Oh, no, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, yeah. I found the meme. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like, this is how the districts are. Did anyone else picture it like this? And I was like, yes.
Yes, I did.
That like is a little, how I pictured it too.
Little Pokemon route map where you go up to the left, that's the capital, and then you keep going, and that's District 1.
It's like, I'm so glad everyone thought of it like that. I think it's partially because on the train, when they talk about going on the train, it seems like she's going through all of them. When in reality, obviously, she wouldn't have, so.
No. I know we've talked about it on a past book. I don't remember what book it was. But it was just how we get a picture in our head, and that's the picture. It doesn't matter what's written on the page. Yeah. They could be like, she has bright, beautiful red hair.
No,
We'd be like, purple hair. Got it.
Yeah, she
like,
does not.
No, she does not. It's up in a ponytail. Absolutely not. It's whatever hairstyle I am rocking at the time. Like,
oh yeah. I did that with one book where the main character spoke Spanish, but I kept picturing them as Asian.
Yeah, obviously.
And it didn't matter. I'm just like, she's not speaking in Spanish. She's speaking in an Asiatic language, because that's how I picture her.
I've also done where, like, I don't speak that language, and so my head is like, you know what? It's French now.
It's French now.
I'm like, no, I don't think that that's true. My head's like, no, that's how you're going to hear it. Anytime you see Spanish on the page, French accent forever. And in anything that's not written in French, German.
That's so funny. There's been a few times where I've read, like, male descriptions, and it's like, he had a slicked back ponytail, and I'm like, absolutely not. There's no world where he did. He had blonde hair. Nope, sorry. Nope, he did not have blonde hair. Not on my watch.
If I'm attracted to him, he didn't.
They look like this one male archetype, and that is it. Sorry to say. And if they don't look like that, that is your own fault. It's your own problem.
It is awful.
Going back to, like, picturing the map things, too.
Yeah.
This is why I know everyone loves a map in a book. I skip it, because I know that based on the description in the book, I'm going to think of it a completely different way.
The only time I ever look at a map is, like, if they're talking about going somewhere, and I really can't picture it, then I'll be like, okay, there it is, right there. But, like, it has to... I only do that for, like, podcast recordings when I actually really care. Like, if I'm just reading it for fun, I'm not fucking looking at that thing. I don't care.
Epic fantasy, I think, needs a map, and only because most of the time in an epic fantasy, the adventure takes over, like, so many miles, and I really do
Still
need,
not
like,
looking at it.
I need a concept. I need to understand that Mordor is basically from the tip of Florida up to Alberta, right? Like, I need to understand that.
Not if I'm just having vibes.
Oh no,
I could care less.
I'm terrible about it.
I'm bad at geography in real life. I cannot do geography in multiple fantasy books, all right? I'm just going to read it. I'm just going to read it, and I'm going to pretend I know where we're going.
Note for final chapter games, Katy specifically will have to do fantasy geography tests, and we'll do... Where in Middle Earth is Carmen Sandiego?
Okay, Middle Earth I know.
Where Middle in Earth Panem is Carmen Sandiego? Where in hell is Carmen Sandiego? She is working on her dissertation.
You could give me a blank map of the United States and ask me where, like, Indiana is, and I would not even know. Okay, I'm bad at geography.
Nice. See, for Canada, it's real easy. It's just one line. You just
I know where Canada is.
It's one line with 3 on top, and we're like, nailed it, guys.
Yeah, no, America's got a weird section of square states, and then one of them has, like, a little shelf because they didn't feel like measuring it correct. Why are we talking about this and not the Hunger Games? How did we get here?
Well, I was just... Where do you guys think in North America the 13th district is? Unless you've seen it. Because I would not have guessed this one spot. Where do you think it is?
It is the northeast
What do you
section.
think?
I do believe it is, like, the New England section of our map.
Well, isn't Appalachia, like, mid-north? Somewhere?
Appalachian Mountains cover a
Okay, well, you were right. It's
yes, I know. Yeah, I know it's huge.
Okay, well, you were.
So
you
if it's
right,
Georgia, New York,
she was right. I just didn't picture it over there, but
Canada.
Literally, I was like, it's just because I have coal kind of near me. And so I was like, I thought it was on the other side, but I don't know where I guess, no, I'm in the Rockies, so that makes more sense.
Yeah. Listen, if Trump had his way, Canada would be the 13th district.
And Greenland would be too. And on that note,
is there anything anybody else wants to add?
I don't really have anything else I'd like to say.
Then I guess simple...
I didn't really realize how, like, small of a role Effie had in the books. I feel like she has more of one in the movie.
Yeah.
And that's really it.
Mm-hmm.
My other thing, and when I read Sunrise on the Reaping, I had this reaction too, where I didn't realize how long we spend out of the games.
Yes.
I always remember these chapters going much faster and like being in the games by like the 3rd chapter. But I am wrong because we are 7 chapters in.
You are.
Oh, that was the other thing I was wrong about, where I very clearly remember somebody getting into an argument about giving Katniss a boob job, and that doesn't happen. And that was either a fever dream or an internet theory, and I don't know which one it was, but there was definitely a lot of looking at a naked Katniss in this section. I
also want to bring up the fact that I'm right about the school. They go to school.
Yes.
They go to school. It is a thing. She's not out of school. And Peeta is a classmate.
I think there's something about the boob job in the movie.
Is there? Well, we'll find that out when we get to the movie because we're watching the movies.
Because you saying that makes me be like, no. Is that the Mandela effect? Or now am I just thinking that because you said, I think that's in the movie.
We'll have to find out.
We'll have to find out in 4 episodes because next week we're going up to chapter 14. And only chapter 14, Julia.
I can't read anymore then. When I get started in something, I just really... This could be a test. A test of patience, and I'm excited for it.
On that note, thank you for your consideration. Excellent. And we will see you next week with another 7 chapters, except for Julia, who now has to wait while we catch up to her.
I won't read ahead again. This was my first and last mistake.
So rude. Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
Thanks for staying up with us. Follow us on Instagram and Threads at BookedAllNightPod. Drop a comment to let us know what you thought of today's show and join our Discord server for giveaways, excerpts, and more. It's still in the works, but we're aiming for 100 members. Catch our live author interviews on YouTube and leave a question for our guests on our Discord server. Check out our shop and website at bookedallnight.co. And if you're loving the chaos, don't forget to rate us 5 stars. Until next time, booklets, stay booked all night.